Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to this week's edition of New Makeup Sunday. So first and foremost, I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for taking time out of your Sunday to hang out with me and check out some new makeup. We're doing okay. I'm still just hanging in there. I'm just so glad that the weather seems to be warming up now here in Connecticut, so we've had a chance to go outside and take some nature walks, and I mean that's pretty much all we can do. We're just staying away from, stores and all that, except for the once a week grocery run. So, pretty much we're just living for the day when this will all be over and we can get back to normal. So on to the makeup. I have some really exciting stuff to share with you this week, including the new Fenty cream bronzers and blush. I also have a new Giorgio Armani foundation that I'm very excited about. I have some products from an indie brand called Real Her. So why don't we go ahead and jump in, and as always, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'll be able to share some of my thoughts on these products as I got a chance to try them out throughout the week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in, and I'll see you guys back here at the end. Good morning, guys. It's Monday. I just got my Sephora VIB sale order, or part two. Part one was in last week's haul in case you missed that and you want to check it out. But I had picked up the new Fenty Beauty cream bronzers and I'm so excited. I got two different shades to try out. I also got the new cream blush, and then also, because I'm so into creams lately, I got one of these little Milk Makeup lip and cheek cream sticks, and this one is in the shade Perk. And basically they have a little mini version of their full size one now. I've been wanting to try this for a while, but I didn't want to pay for the full size in case I didn't like it, so I figured a mini was a good way to go. And then the last thing I got is the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude True to Skin Natural Glow Foundation. This just sounded right up my alley. It's supposed to be kind of not like a tinted moisturizer. I think it's supposed to have more coverage than that, but it's supposed to be like a super natural looking foundation that looks like skin. So anyway, why don't we open all this up and check it out. All right, so here's a look at the tube of the foundation. This is in the shade 4.25. I never know what shade to pick when I'm online, so hopefully this one matches me okay. I guess we'll see. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. It already looks like it's going to be too dark, unfortunately, but we're heading into summer, so hopefully it's sheer enough that it'll just blend into my skin tone anyway and maybe just give me a little bit of a healthy glow. It feels very, very lightweight, like it's blending very easily. And it doesn't seem to have like a dewy finish or a matte finish. It kind of feels like kind of a satiny finish, I guess. It has just a very skin-like appearance. My hand is really dry right now, as they usually are, so it's going to be a little hard to tell, but I'll definitely try this out during the week and we'll see how it applies to my face. But I mean, so far I'm really excited. The reviews seem to be very positive overall, and I've always wanted to try their Luminous Silk foundation, but never did. I hear so many great things about that too, so I'll let you guys know at the end of the video what I thought of this. And then we have the Milk Makeup stick, so I just want to swatch this one really quickly and see what it's like. All right, I think I'm just going to put it on my arm down here so I don't put it over the foundation. Ooh, that's a really pretty shade. It's kind of like bright and punchy. I love that. I think it's going to be so pretty for the spring and summer. It looks really bright like in the tube, but once you go to blend it out, it's very natural looking, but I just love that kind of corally shade. I think that's going to be really pretty on my skin tone. And it seems to be drying down okay on my arm, but as I blend it, it fades really fast. So I don't know exactly how much I'm going to actually have to put on of this. I may have to layer it up quite a bit to get the color to show up. So I guess we'll have to see. I definitely plan on trying this out this week as well, so I'll be able to let you know at the end what I thought of it. All right, next let's check out the Cheeks Out blush from Fenty, and I got the shade Rosé Latte, and it says a fresh wash of color, effortless blending, light as air, and sweat resistant. So I've heard a lot of complaints about the size of this online. Everybody's saying that it's kind of like the size of an eyeshadow, but I don't know. Cream blushes usually last a pretty long time, especially because you're only putting them in one little area of your face. It makes sense that they made the bronzers larger because you're going to use that all over, whereas this is just going to go on your cheeks. And all the cream blushes that I have, I rarely use them up before they end up drying out, so I think it's probably better that they made it a little bit smaller. So here's what the color looks like, and I purposely got a darker shade because I heard reviews saying that these were more on the sheer side, so I was afraid that the really light ones wouldn't show up. So let's go ahead and see what this color looks like. Hopefully it's not too dark on me. I don't know. All right, well, It's a little bit darker than I wanted it to be. I was hoping that this was going to be more like a nude shade. At least that's what it kind of looked like on the website. So, yeah, I'm thinking I should have gotten maybe one of the brighter pinks. It might have been a little bit better. But this one could still potentially work. It's just that it's not the color I thought it was going to be. So, all right, we'll have to play with it and see, but I think I definitely like the color of the Milk Makeup one a little bit better. All right, and then the bronzer I got in two different shades. I got the amber shade, which is supposed to be kind of really cool toned and almost more like a contour. And then I also got Butter Biscuit, which is shade number 2. These are both supposed to be for lighter skin tones, but I figured, if the Butter Biscuit one was too warm for me, that amber might be better. And if not, I could always just use the amber as a contour and then this one as my all over bronzer. So here's a look at the amber shade. Wow, that is really, really cool toned. It's like a grayish brown. And then here's Butter Biscuit. So yeah, that one actually doesn't seem super warm at all. I think that's going to be a really beautiful bronzer. So I guess that's what I'm going to have to do is probably use this one like to contour with. Not that I contour all that often, but if I wanted to, I guess, and then use this one as a bronzer. And if you missed last week's video, I also tried out the new Tarte Breezy cream bronzer, and I love that one so much. So I'm interested to see how these compare. So let's go ahead and just swatch these on the skin and see what they look like. They feel really nice and weightless, which is a good thing. So there's the amber shade. And then here's Butter Biscuit. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to try these out and see how they compare to the Tarte one. They feel, at least swatching them, like the Dalton blushes that I really love. They're very weightless on the skin. They blend like super effortlessly. Sorry, my phone doesn't want to focus here. So they blend really effortlessly, and these feel just like those Dalton blushes that I love. So I will let you guys know at the end of the video my thoughts on these after I get a chance to try them out. Hey guys, it's Tuesday. I just got a package from L'Oreal. They sent over their new Revitalift Derm Intensive 1.9% pure hyaluronic acid replumping ampules. I haven't even seen these in stores. Granted, I haven't been in the drugstore in a really long time, but it says that these are 7 replumping ampules with the optimal amount of hyaluronic acid to use twice daily for 7 days to get the skin's bounce back. And it says after 1, skin hydration is noticeably improved and revitalized, and after 7, skin looks visibly smoother and wrinkles are reduced. So that sounds like really interesting. I haven't had the best luck with hyaluronic acid, and I think it's because you really need to use something on top of it that's going to seal it in, because hyaluronic acid is a humectant, so it draws moisture from the air. But if you live in a really dry climate, especially like if you're in the wintertime and the heat is running in your house, it's actually going to draw water from your skin if it can't get it from outside. So you really need to do a good job of layering something on top that's going to prevent the water loss from your skin. So I think that's probably what usually happens to me when I use hyaluronic acid. I need to use something more occlusive to kind of seal it all in. So I definitely am interested to try these, especially now that it's not super dry outside. I might have better luck. So it'll be interesting to see how this works. I know a lot of you guys aren't really into skincare here on my channel, but if it's something you'd like to see results of, definitely let me know down below and I could always do a video on it. I also got a package from Real Her. They sent over the I Am Tough matte liquid lipstick and also a package of wipes, and it says that they're giving away wipes with every purchase while supplies last, which I think is really super sweet of them, especially because these types of wipes are really hard to find these days. I know my stores have been completely sold out of them for weeks and weeks now. And let's take a look at this lipstick. It says that it's cruelty-free, vegan, paraben-free, and infused with, what is that? Limnanthus albaseed oil. I've never heard of that, but let's check it out. So it looks like it's a beautiful red shade. I love the frosted tube. I think that's super pretty as well. I haven't tried their matte liquid lipstick, so I'm interested to see what the formula is like. That is a gorgeous red. I like these blue-based reds. I think they're just beautiful, and I think they suit my skin tone really nicely. And this seems very opaque and pigmented. It didn't skip around at all when I was swatching it. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of matte liquid lipsticks. I really do like their bullet lipsticks that they have. I think they feel nice and creamy. So I'll give this one a shot for sure. I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was like a month or two ago now. I had showed some products in a Sunday haul that I got from Real Her, and I enjoyed them so much. I wanted to try some more from the brand. So I placed another order with a Macy's gift card that I had. So that should be coming in this week. Maybe you'll even see it in this video. So anyway, guys, if you're interested in seeing more from this brand, let me know for sure, and I could always put up a video next week. Hey guys, it's Friday. I ended up getting my Macy's order with the Real Her products, so I got 2 more palettes because if you remember the one that I showed in that last video, Do Your Squats, it was an amazing palette. Here's just a quick look at it. I thought the formula was absolutely stunning, so I wanted to definitely get some more of their palettes. They have some beautiful ones. I also got the I Am Beautiful Full Volume Mascara and another lipstick. The color they sent me was like a really bright orange that I probably wouldn't wear all that often, so I wanted to try a shade that I would wear, on more of an everyday basis. So this is the I Define Beauty Myself moisturizing lipstick. So let's go ahead and open everything up and we'll do some swatches. All right, so first up we have the I Feel Beautiful shadow palette, and this one was just more of a cool toned option. So you have some beautiful purples and also some more cool neutrals. So very, very excited to test this one out. And then the other one that I got is called Embrace Yourself, and this one looked like more of a warm tone palette. So let's take a quick look. Yeah, so this one has warm tones, but it also has kind of like the purples and berry tones in it as well, which now that I'm saying that, I'm thinking about that new Sigma palette that just came out and like every other palette I have that looks probably very similar to this one. But I guess like a lot of us, I tend to gravitate towards certain color stories and just keep repeat buying them over and over again when I really don't mean to. But I just love this formula so much that I figured I had to try it out. And then let's take a quick look at the mascara. I just want to take a look at the brush, and here's what the tube looks like. And that's the brush. So it's actually a really nice wand. I like this type of style that's just straight and a little bit more on the skinnier side. So it's easier to get right up to the roots of your lashes. So I'll definitely be testing this out this week for sure, and I can let you know my thoughts. And then the lipstick, I Define Beauty Myself. I believe that's what the actual shade name is. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so this one, it's a little bit more pink than I was expecting, but let's see what it looks like. Oh wow, that is actually super creamy. It feels like it's going to be an absolutely amazing, like super hydrating formula. So I will definitely keep you guys updated. I was hoping it would be more of like a pinky nude, but not too bad. So we'll see how it looks. Also, before we swatch, I just want to quickly show you this because if you didn't see my last video, Real Her donates a part of their proceeds to nonprofit organizations that help advance the lives of women and girls through scholarship programs, leadership advocacy, education, and research here in the US. And also all of their products, if you didn't notice, they have like quotes on them, like Embrace Yourself or I Feel Beautiful. And it just says, let these quotes act as a reminder and source of inspiration. With each application, may you reinforce the meaning of the quote and boost your self-confidence. Remember, you are enough. So I really love what they're about as a company. I think that's great. So why don't we go ahead now and swatch these 2 palettes, and we'll start with I Feel Beautiful. All right, so what did you guys think of these swatches? I think this is one of the smoothest eyeshadow formulas I've ever come across. I know I said that last time when I swatched the Do Your Squats palette, but these, they really, really are. I don't know if you could get a sense of that from looking at them as I was doing them, but the matte shades are just like the smoothest mattes ever, but yet super pigmented at the same time. And the shimmer shades are just, again, they're so smooth. They're not chunky. They don't have, you know, a ton of glitter, but yet at the same time, they have a really beautiful depth and sheen to them. So I'm just so impressed with these eyeshadow palettes, and I'm really excited to test out the mascara and the lipstick as well. I also have a highlighter from them. I've been using the brow pencil, which I've mentioned in a couple videos ever since I got that one. I really enjoy the brow pencil too. Now that I have some more stuff, I could do a full face, like minus, I guess, foundation and blush, but I could do eyes, brows, and lips if you guys are curious to see that. All right, guys, so that's all I have, but just quickly, I wanted to share with you my thoughts on some of the products I got a chance to try out throughout the week. So first up, I want to talk about the Neo Nude foundation from Giorgio Armani. So I love this stuff. This is such a good foundation. It's that perfect mix between a tinted moisturizer, but also you're getting some coverage in there, and it looks so much more natural on your skin than something like the IT Cosmetics CC cream, which can feel really thick and kind of can get cakey over time. This one on my dry, more mature skin, it looks amazing. Like, I'll show you some close-up photos of what it looked like on my skin, and it doesn't cake anywhere. It doesn't cling to my dry patches. It's not sinking into fine lines or making them look more apparent. And it really does a pretty good job at covering most things. It's not covering like the darkest sunspots that I have, but it definitely evens out any kind of redness. And I tend to get a lot of redness around my nose area, and it pretty much makes that disappear. I didn't wear any concealer today at all. I'm just wearing this, and I think it did a fantastic job. So I could definitely see this becoming just like an everyday foundation for me, because I actually just applied it with my fingers because it has like that tinted moisturizer kind of consistency. In a way, it reminds me of the Neutrogena Hydro Boost foundation, the one that has the big doe foot applicator, or Laura Geller also makes one called Quench and Tint that has like, both of those have almost like a cooling sensation when you put them on your skin. It feels like you're giving your skin like a drink of water. Those are my two favorite tinted moisturizers, and this one feels basically exactly the same as those. It just has more coverage, which is amazing. So very, very excited about this. I can't wait to continue wearing it. And then when it comes to the cream bronzers, I'm using the shade Butter Biscuit today. I just actually put it like all over. So I just wanted more of like a glowy bronze type of look. The amber one is definitely very cool toned. I can't see using this one as an actual bronzer, so I'm just gonna have to use this one as a contour on those rare off chances that I actually do use contour. But this one is a really beautiful color. It's warm, but it's not orangey warm. Like, it just kind of warms up my face, makes it look like I have a nice tan going on. But compared to the Tarte Breezy bronzer, which I talked about in, I think it was last week's Sunday haul, this one I like just a slight bit more, and the reason being is because the Tarte one, they're both very weightless in terms of how they feel going on your skin, but the Tarte one has a little bit more color to it, while the Fenty one is more sheer. So even though they both, like, if you put a little bit on your hand, both of them, they feel pretty much the same and they feel like they dry down. But I found that with the Fenty, I had to layer it up a little bit because it is so super sheer, and putting on the extra layers made it feel just a little sticky. Like, my skin feels sticky even if I don't touch it. When I smile or move my face, I can kind of feel like I have something sitting on it, whereas the Tarte one is completely weightless and it dries down immediately. But because the Tarte one is more pigmented, I use a lot less of it. I don't feel like I have to keep adding on layers. So that's just something that I noticed between the two. If you don't mind that kind of sticky or dewy feeling on your skin, then you won't mind this. But I don't know, for me, it's just a little bit too much. And I found that the blush kind of has that same feel because I did have to layer it up. Even though this shade looked really dark when I swatched it, when I went to apply it to my skin, it didn't show up as much as I thought it was going to, so I did have to layer it up a bit, and now I'm really glad that I got a deeper shade. I don't know if you guys can see it, because sometimes with my lights it makes everything fade. In person you can see it, but I put on probably like 3 layers of this blush. Here, maybe I can actually put on a little bit more and just kind of show you guys how it applies. So, you know, as you saw before when I swatched it, it is a really deep color. See, now that I'm putting on like a 4th layer, I think you can see it even that much more. but it's never gonna be like clown cheek territory. It's never gonna get super crazy, even with a color that's as deep as this one. So, you know, I do like how sheer it is. I like that you can build it up, but again, just keep in mind that if you are planning to build these up a little, it's gonna feel a little sticky and not completely dry down all the way. Personally, I prefer the Dalton Hydrogel Cream Balms. These are also like a very weightless sort of cream blush, and they feel the same when you're like dipping your finger into the pan, but they're so much more pigmented that you don't have to add a lot when you apply them to your face. So they just don't, like, you don't have to build up all of those layers, which ends up getting really sticky feeling. So initially when I first swatched this one, I thought they were going to be very similar, but I do prefer the Dalton, I guess for the same reason as I prefer the Tarte, just because a more pigmented formula means you can use less product. So just something to keep in mind. And on my eyes today, I'm wearing the Real Her I Feel Beautiful eyeshadow palette. So this one was the cool toned one with the purple. And I'll go ahead and just show you a close-up of the eye look, because again, sometimes on camera, you can't see all of the detail because of my lights. They tend to wash everything out. So I just wanted to show you a close-up view of how it came out. And I basically used this deeper shade in the outer corner. I kind of lined my eyes with it, and then I applied this gray to the crease, which is a really beautiful matte transition color. And then I just popped this purple one on my lid. So it was just a really quick and simple, easy eye look, but I love the way it came out. I love how these shadows perform. I think they're fantastic. They blend beautifully, and the shimmer shades are just so pigmented. I also got a chance to try out the I Am Beautiful mascara from Real Her. So I'll show you quick before and after photos so you can see how my lashes came out. I think this one gave great volume. It gave a ton of volume to my lashes, not as much length as I normally prefer. I usually like a combination of both volume and length in a mascara, but I feel like it's okay. You know, I think there's definitely formulas I prefer over this one, so I don't really see myself going out and repurchasing it necessarily. But if you're somebody who likes a lot of volume in your lashes but you don't necessarily need the length, this one might be a good option to check out. For me personally, I love like those really extra long lashes, and this didn't quite get me there. And then on my lips, I'm wearing the Real Her lipstick that I got. This is called I Define Beauty Myself, and this was the pink. I actually really love the color. It's not quite as like bright pink as I thought it was going to be, so I think it's beautiful. I think it actually coordinates pretty well with the eye look that I did today. It's more of a cool tone pink. And one thing I'll say is that it is a very emollient formula, so it has a very slippery feel when you first put it on, which feels really nice if you have dry lips. The one negative, I guess, to that is that it doesn't have the lasting power as a more matte formula would have, but it does just feel really good, really nice and hydrating, and it had a lot of coverage, more than I was expecting for something that's so emollient. Usually those types of formulas have a little bit more sheerness to them, and this one was just like full color in one swipe, which I was really impressed with as well. And also, those of you who are sensitive to fragrance will be glad to know this has no scent whatsoever. So anyway guys, that's it. Those are all my thoughts. I didn't get a chance to try out the Milk Makeup Cheek Stick. I don't know why, I just completely spaced on it, and I meant to show it at the end of the video, but I haven't tried it yet, so I will definitely do that and keep you guys updated if you'd like to know my thoughts on that one as well. So anyway guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Anything that you'd like me to do further reviews on, or just what your thoughts are on these products in general. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. In the corner right here of your screen, just tap on it and it'll let you subscribe right from there. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care guys. Bye.